And interesting thing I want to tell you, man. See, people are telling that education can improve your mental health. I never agree with this concept at all. If you challenge or if you question this, definitely I can give you some interesting, examples in India itself. That is my state itself. I can give you because the most literacy state as far as India is concerned, ma'am, it is Kerala, right? But literate state, you can understand it is Bihar. But once it is coming to the point of the suicidal rate, etc., Kerala is leading, whereas Bihar ratio is low. So education itself will not improve your mental health. But very pathetic, or unhappy to tell you that people or the society or the government or the authorities are not giving much importance to the mental health. That's a big issue because once the mind is there, everything you can achieve. So my concept is to youngsters, mind the mind first. Am I right, man? Mind the mind. You can achieve wonders, right? And you should have mental immunity also to face issues. Present education system are only giving an opportunity to get a job. You agree with me, ma'am? But they don't teach how to face the life and
Yes, of course, sir. Of
become
course,
a
I agree to what you
successful
said.
person. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Of course, we just teach them that, in fact, when they come to the college, they just have the mentality that I should take an admission in a college so that I get placed in a good company. And that is
Yes,
why what we are heading towards, like most of the times, we are doing the same. We are not telling them how to lead a peaceful, how to be successful in life and all. We just think
absolutely right,
career
ma'am.
oriented.
It should be part of the education system, moral education, sexual education, mental, for the mental, the happiness. There should be a happiness ministry itself in the central government and state government. Am I right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Happiness ministry itself should be there. Because if you don't, really cultivate that sort of attitude in the adolescent or the youth, it is going to be continued. I used to take one interesting topic, ma'am, to the students and all over the world to various faculties. That is, make the habit, habit will make you. So that sort of habit is right. Facing the failure also, we should educate them. Now the teachers, society, parents are really wanted to only one particular thing. They want good marks and a good job. That's all. Even we people, as a teacher, what we are doing is the same thing. As a professor, I want my student to score good marks, but I am not assuring that whether they are going to get a successful life or not. So the mental education should be part of 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and in engineering, as well as the professional college.
Yes, of course, because nowadays the kind of scenario we are having, and as you said, at least one out of the six persons in India, they are having some or the other kind of psychological or the psychiatric problems. So, of course, like we talk about mental health, it should be included in the curriculum. People should be knowing. And here's one of the stigma, like mental health, it is still like, I think it is somewhere considered like a stigma in India. The people are not ready to accept it. I have seen this if you tell a person, okay, go to cardiologist, he will go, he will very nicely. But if someone suggests then go to a psychologist, immediately they will say, this doctor is mad, he doesn't know anything. Yes,
Yes.
I have seen this. I have seen this.
Yeah. Moreover, ma'am, I will tell you an interesting thing. Though I am working in various hospitals, right? Once they are asking for my appointments, most of the people wanted appointment at my home, not in the hospital. You got the point now. They have a fear that the other people will be, seeing in meeting me. And most of the hospital, my room is very much secluded somewhere, right? So that the other people will not be observing. So this sort of taboo should go, ma'am. It is like, once you have toothache, you will meet a dentist. Once you have eye problem, you are meeting really a eye doctor or an eye surgeon. Likewise, the most important thing is, once you have a mind issues, definitely you have to meet the psychologist or the psychiatrist. First, you have to meet the psychologist. He will decide, what sort of treatment we should give. See, even the toothache can be, sometimes you can, afford for 7 days, but certain mental issues, no, on one particular day, you cannot, extend. Such will be the mental issue. Am I right, ma'am? So now NCPCR, NCPCR, no? National Child Care Protection Council, they started giving counseling all over India. I am one of the members, right? We are all trained for MIMANS. But irrespective of we people available, ma'am, we are getting only less calls. That taboo is still there. Though we are not revealing that I am so and so from, particular state, even I am not mentioning, right? I am a psychologist. Even I am not mentioning to keep my ethics that my name also. But people are having some issue in calling and this thing. Sharing can do wonders, ma'am. See, if you are my friend, ma'am, if I got a problem, instead of keeping my problem, when I'm sharing with you, it's a ventilation. You may be able to give some suggestion so that my attitude will be changed and be able to solve the issue. But still, that taboo is going on. And moreover, ma'am, we people are very less in number. So we cannot fight much. So once we get, a platform, we used to fight for all these things. See, recently I had an interview with the Dr. Ramaswamy, right, ma'am? He was also part of deciding this new education policy. I was particularly asking him to include this sort of syllabus, including sexual education, with, for the students, especially adolescent and professional students. Most of them don't know all these things. I was with police department, just servicing, man, not, getting any money or something. Okay, for almost 9 to 8 years. And I found out that, see, most of the couple, they don't know what is really even the sex. So family issues may come. So it should be educated, in a perfect way. Mental, how to behave in the society, what is the importance of communication, what is parenting. All this should be, addressed inside a college and a school. It should not be, handled by non-professionals. Most of the time, the politicians are doing some counseling, and Parent Teachers Association president is doing it. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, and say like you have been doing counseling. So, what kind of counseling do you do? Like sometimes the people are specialized, especially for the children, or sometimes for the couples. So, what kind of counselings are you doing?
No, I'm basically a counseling psychologist, ma'am. I'm not a clinical psychologist. So I use my actually word pair over sharing. And I will ask, give an odd particular client to ventilate their issues. Most of them, once they are ventilating, most of their issues are solved. And after that, actually, our role is to act like a mirror. So they understand their issues and their attitude is changed, and they are really able to really change their attitude and solve the issues. And once you ask the question of, rather, the adolescent, most of the adolescent issues are coming because of not a good parenting, expectation, not the concept. Accepted expectations are more, but not prepared to accept. Got the point, no, ma'am? And of course, see, the parent or the teacher wanted a particular thing that you have to take that particular subject and you should become a particular person. Here, I want to tell you, ma'am, I'm also a global career counselor, right? Certified from California University. But comparing to my practice almost 30 to 35 years, I didn't get much people for career counseling. So the parents are compelling, asking to join some self-financing college or something. And after the fourth year, you can understand that they have got a lot of ideas. Once we interfere, what is happening? They will say that, ma'am, what they will say? No, because I don't know, I was not having any interest because of my parents and the society compulsion. I joined and lost. Once it is coming to the point of family, ma'am, yes, misunderstanding, ego, financial issues, right? And people used to say, adjust, adjust, adjust. But I want to say, once the understanding is there, only then the adjustment issues. So understanding between the couples, financial issues, and ma'am, you will be surprised, sexual issues are also one of the things for the divorce. Whereas, see, in my state, the divorce ratio is very high, though it is much educated. So every state should have a premarital counseling. Agree, ma'am? Premarital counseling. So education should be given before the marriage itself. I really want to appreciate one particular community. As far as I am concerned, I am a global citizen. I don't believe in community, but I want to tell you a real example. Take the case of Christian community, ma'am. Before they get married, they should go for a premarital counseling. And it is observed that in that particular community, the divorce rate is very low if you are studying properly. So it is the authorities or the parents, real, rather they have to take interest and they should be responsible for, exposing the couples before the marriage to this sort of things so that you can avoid so many other issues. And another issue I found out, especially in certain states, the habit of drinking. And if you don't get an alcohol, they are going for, some chemical drugs. So that is also causing a lot of issues in the case of families. Lot of other issues we can discuss. This is all general. This I have got a lot of experience, especially with working with women, where I had, lot of, rather lucky enough to have, really unite the problematic relationship where I hold a world record having the maximum uniting of couples, right? Practically. That is why you said, ma'am, I'm there, my name is there, my project is there with World Book of Records.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
read it when I was reading it file also. And sir, like you were talking about your books. You said that you have also written two books.
Yeah.
And so can you just tell about your books, like what is the subject and what does it indicate actually? What does it talk about?
Okay. See, I have my book itself this year. I'll show you, ma'am. Right, and the books. Rather revenue is spent for educating people. Okay, that is also there. This is the book called, Makkal in the Mandram. It is in Malayalam. That is actually, Makkal means you can understand that it is son and a daughter. They are going to give a message. Actually, it is a combination of articles published in Malayalam Manorama, right? You might have heard about a big, newspaper, right? Very well circulated newspaper. They have got, a health magazine called Arogyam, where all these articles are really published and coordinated. So it is all about, rather the most of the articles are about the mental health issues and the various things, right, man? And the second book, of course, I want to tell you, it is my counseling experiences, right? It can be used for as a reference also for coming, psychologists as well as the counselors. It is all various experience I obtained from my own hospital, but no identity is revealed. Likewise, you can understand that we will write in a very polished way. And these articles are also published in various magazines and it coordinated. And ma'am, see, I cannot write a book continuously because of the restriction. So combination of the articles we make book, right, ma'am? And shortly I got a plan of writing, no, almost over. Only thing is it should be published. That is going to be in English, something related to personality. I think, ma'am, you
Yeah,
are muted.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, I was there. So that is really good to know about your books and how you have written your experiences in it. And of course, like you talked about your counseling experiences, I think if anyone who gets it, even that is in Malayalam, so the second book.
Both of the books are in Malayalam, ma'am. I want to really
Okay, okay.
translate it also. I want to really translate it also because translation is not an easy work. It
Yeah,
takes a lot
it
of
is
time.
not. Yeah.
It lot of time. So I just thought of, get help from my friends and want to translate because it can be a good reference book for the counselors.
Yeah,
It's
of
an
course.
experience sharing from a senior person. I don't want to say that no, I know everything, but it's my experience sharing. So that will be, rather a knowledge for the coming youngsters and the counselors of the college.
Yes, of course. And sir, one of the issues, like we talk so much about mental health issues, but one of the issues that really touches my heart is about the increasing rate of suicides, and it is especially increasing among the youth. So, what, according to you, are some of the basic reasons that the suicide rates are increasing? And as a parent, as an educator, what can we do for that?
Yes, ma'am, I want to do certain things in this particular area. Now I will tell you really, some data, right, ma'am? The As I pointed it over earlier, the most educated state is Kerala in India. Okay, but the suicidal rate is very high in Kerala. So I want to underline that education alone is not going to help to prevent the suicidal rate. And if you take the maximum number of people suiciding in a particular district, that is also in Kerala. It's all the data, it is all the truth. So that means you can understand that we have to work separately for this issue, mental health issue of the people. Even, see, the money factors, right? I will tell you another real example. See, there is a fact or reported in the newspaper that most of the agriculturists are facing the verge of suicide. But I want to tell you, when I have taken a survey, especially in a district called Wayanad, there where we have most number of agriculturists, right, ma'am? Per capita income is higher there. So it is not the money factor alone, ma'am. Yes, of course, the loan factor is there. It is observed that the loan taken from the banks, right, are utilized for some other purpose. So because of that, they are facing financial issues. And as you rightly said about the suicide part in youth, I want to say that we are focusing only the success of a person. Once they face a failure, yes, they are out. No mental health immunity is there. You might have heard about this, real incident, man. One particular person, he studied from a big institute. I don't want to say the institute, right? And he got graduated with high marks, and he was selected to USA, ma'am, right? Got a lot of interesting, rather a lot of salary he earned. But, it is years back, right? That time, the financial issues came to various countries. And in that particular country, it is decided that the junior most will go out. Okay. Junior most will go out. He was trying, so he was one among them oozed out, or rather, resigned from the particular company. He was trying for so many other jobs, but the financial amount he was not getting comparing to his old company. And what happened after 6 months, he committed suicide. And he was a topper in SLC. He was a topper in plus two, and he was a topper with a professional. I mean, I don't want to say the exact, this thing. It's very famous institute. So, youngsters are not prepared to face the failure. They want only success. You and me, as a parent, right, as a teacher, we are only educating them how to achieve the success, but not educating them in case of any failures are coming, how to face the failures. As far as I am concerned, once you do that, ma'am, you get only the result. Am I right? You do something, you get a result. It may be success, it may be a failure, but failures are nothing but familiarization towards the success. You are avoiding that particular way, right? And doing it again so that you are going to achieve the success. But for which you should have a mental immunity. See, what the people used to say, you should have a physical immunity, right? Likewise, I am saying that mental immunity also should be there. And failures will give you a lot of mental immunity, for which you should be prepared to face the failure. We people, ma'am, we are all illness. How we become up to this age? We failed also in so many times. It's an education for us. Am I right, ma'am? We were not, running behind suicide and other things. So we should educate the youth for facing failures also. And second thing, because of the development of technology and other things, the various issues, the communication aspects really collapsed. So there is no sharing. Most of the people, they don't know that cell is only a cell which cannot give a love to the concerned person. Cell is only a cell. Am I right, man? So because of the technology also, see, the communications are very less. People are always behind this, mobile, doing so many other interesting things, or in the computer. But technology cannot love them. So the love aspects is also not there inside the family. Comparing to the olden days, communication is less, no ventilation. Once we were, living together, you can understand that our grandfather, grandma is there. They used to tell you so many stories, motivate you. They will share you so many things, right? And when we face failure, they will pat you. But here, there is nobody to pat you because everybody is working. And moreover, now the youngsters' expectations are also high. Expectation, according to me, if it is an over expectation, always bring tension. So they are all keeping all this stress inside. once it is oozing out, once it is a balloon is filled with the tension again, the balloon will boost out. That is nothing but suicide. So we have to educate the concerned, students and the youth, how to face the life also. There lies, ma'am, you will agree with the education of life skills. 10 life skills. It should be part of the syllabus. Problem solving skills, communication, what you understand yourself, monitor yourself.
Yeah. Yes,
And critical thinking, am I right, ma'am? Creative
yes,
thinking.
creative thinking,
Yeah,
stress
problem
management,
solving skills. And most
emotional,
important, your interpersonal relationship.
yes,
Most of them don't have.
and self-awareness.
Yeah, self-awareness. That is a thing about, monitoring yours.
Yeah.
Yes, self-awareness. That 10 skills are needed. That should be part of the education. And it should be handled by a competent person. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Competent
Yes, sir.
person. He should be able to communicate from heart to heart, not from the brain. If you are communicating from the brain, see, the ears will be blocked by the student or the youth. So that will not enter into the brain. And you take the case of most of the students, ma'am, their interpersonal communication or the interpersonal relationships are absolutely bad. Even with the teachers, their relationship is low when comparing to our days. Yes or no? We are prepared to, listen to the teachers, ready to
Yes,
accept
sir.
them. Here
Yeah.
now it is not there. Even people are calling my name. Teachers are being called in certain colleges. I saw being called my name.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's happening. It's happening now.
Yes, yes. So they can call the name, but the thing is, a teacher should be able to communicate to the students or the youth in a such a way that it should be a heart-to-heart communication. And finally, the teacher should win and the student should win. You will agree where you might have heard about the win-win situation. That is the meaning of a communication. Otherwise, it is only a radio transmission. No?
Yes, sir.
So that is the issue.
Yes, sir. Communication between the people. Actually, it is the one of the greatest issue. We are all so busy with the devices that we don't talk. And this is somewhat even I keep on telling my students, don't talk to your devices, talk to the persons. Talk to your friends, talk to your teachers, talk to your parents, talk to your siblings. Actually, that is going to solve your problem. And nowadays, they find their solution for their problem in the Google. They just type something. You just give it up. They will type suddenly because they will take their mobile and start typing. They find all the solutions on Google. They don't try to find the solutions themselves. They don't try to find the solutions by talking to each other. So yes, this is one of the greatest problems that has become nowadays.
See, we used to say that earlier, God, Devam, Guru, Mada, like this, no? Now the Guru is God. Instead of Guru, you get the Google. Google cannot give all the answers, no? Especially practical. That is it. So that,
Yes, sir.
as you rightly pointed out, the communication is very less. And moreover, ma'am, one more interesting thing I want to tell you. Students are not prepared to ask the question or rather communicate to the teachers, even to mother and ask a question. They are reluctant. It may be because of the problem of the teacher, maybe the problem ego of the student. But it should not be there, no. Ego can spoil everything, even relationship. Even relationship. Because of the ego, teacher may not be communicating or the student may not be communicating. So the real message is not transmitted. Or the mother may not be communicating to that. Even I can see certain parents, father, they are not prepared to go, communicate with their son and the daughter. Once, why I asked them, sir, you have to be very strict inside the family. How? How by we're making very strict inside the family, you are going to transmit a message or a value or something like that. As you said, ma'am, communication is the basic process. And I want to tell you another thing. In communication, when we talk about, most of the people believe only in oral communication, the word pass. But most of the people's body language is very bad. Problems are not a really problem. The way you are expressing the problem is a problem. So without a smile, if you are expressing, ma'am, yes, it's a big problem. If you develop this curve, that is the smile, you can avoid so many curves in your life. So, 50 to 60, 70% of your message is communicated through body language only. But people are not prepared. Even the teachers, a few teachers are not prepared. I ask why you are not doing that. Sir, if we do that, the students may take advantage of it. I don't know what advantage. That rapport should be there, then only the communication.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right?
Yes, of
And
course.
should be communicated in a smiling way, lighter way, with so many examples, right? So many jokes, so that the understanding will be totally different. But the way certain teachers are communicating very hard, only the subject they are referring. I have got a suggestion to all the teachers. When you go to a class, you have to spend 10 minutes at least for
Yeah.
building a rapport and interacting and understanding their issues. Then only you take the subject. Yes, no, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, I agree to it. And yes, some of the teachers, and I am one of them. In every class, at least 5 to 10 minutes, we just keep our subject aside and we talk to the students. We try to know what they think and what are their priorities. And we just discuss. We just have a small discussion. Every class, we just do it. And sir, just a small question for you, one more. Who is your role model, sir?
Oh, so, ma'am, very difficult to say this answer. Okay. And I got a lot of role models in my family itself, right, ma'am? Because they have contributed a lot for the freedom struggle. So, such sort of influence really, gave an inspiration and motivation to my uncle, my father itself, right? Everybody was giving, helping people, such sort of this thing. Actually, they are really the, model for me. From that, blood, I have got a character of doing social work, right? So now I want to tell the role model. Of course, I don't want to name anybody. It is not without any. I want to tell you. See, we can compare ourselves. To be a good role model. We are fixing certain, rather way and habits, so that we are going through that. So we are getting a happiness and a satisfaction, right? And finally, the self-esteem. And a person with his contribution, if he's getting a self-esteem, he is a role model according to me. And I also found out that the receivers get less happiness, whereas the givers get more happiness. So be a giver always. When you are in a position, give to them, especially the, sharing of knowledge. My ideas, I want to tell you, ma'am, not to help a person with money or something. We should help them in a such a way that they are able to stand themselves and earn themselves and get satisfied. Most of the social work means, helping the people. No, it is not that. The HR means you can understand it is a development of the real personality, the human values in a such a way that they stand in their own. There lies the contribution of we people, ma'am, teachers, because teachers are really the people who create prime minister. Teachers are really the people who create doctors, even vice chancellors, even professors. So they should be, I mean, given more preference in the society, and also monetary wise. This is what my opinion. Now you can understand that once, I mean, students get out of the IITs, ma'am, they get more salary than the professors. So nowadays, professors, I mean, entering into IITs are very less, other than some elderly people. So the society should give, the authorities and the government should give more importance to the teachers. Actually, the teachers are to be a role model. Am I right, ma'am? I think I answered in a very diplomatic way. I want to tell a few persons' name, but I answered in a very diplomatic way.
Yeah, of course, sir. And yes, teachers should be given importance. And sometimes in our society, we are, and as you said, yes, even we have seen our students, they graduate from the college and just in 2 years, they are earning more than us now. Because, so yes, it's happening. And so, before ending the session, would you like to give a small message for our viewers? So, people, the person who are watching us now, like to YouTube or Facebook.
Yes, ma'am. See, one thing I want to tell you, without pain, no gain. People, youth should understand. This is the time for investment, especially in studies. If you are, I mean, deviating, yes, you are going to be no gain. So what I used to say, man, if they are studying in a professional college, if they have got 4 years to complete, I used to say, 4 years you enjoy, no issue. We are not prepared to give you any counseling or advice. But 40 years you are going to regret. But choice is yours. 4 years you work hard, you get the gain. Be prepared for that pain. Ma'am, we will agree. See, now you become a doctor, a professor, because of your hard work only. Certain people will say smart work, okay. But the smart work and hard work, it is more related. Right now, it is only MBA students we will, I mean, really formulate hard work and smart. Anyway, for the people who are doing smart work also, there should be hard work. Am I right, man? Work hard initially, enjoy later. This is one of the messages. And be innovative always. Remove your inhibition and be innovative. I'm the best person to talk about the word innovative because of one particular reason. Because in the year of 2030, I got the Gagela Gabus Innovation Award. That's why I'm the best person to say the word innovation. Be innovative. Think beyond the boundaries. Don't be in the comfort zone. Come out of this zone. Initially, there will be issues. And one interesting last message I want to tell you, it is from my life. If you don't get a way, make a way. If you don't get a way, make a way. You can do it. Believe in yourself. And people will be there to criticize you. But see that all the criticisms are taken in a creative way. And to them, give only one particular message. That is, success is the best revenge to them. So if you don't get away, make a way. Actually, ma'am, I study in a very local medium government school. Right? Our youngsters, they are having more opportunity, more exposure, more books, more teachers, more money. Yes or no? Ma'am might have traveled 4 to 5 kilometers to reach a school or a college.
Yes, sir.
They are not suffering. Ma'am, I really, I mean, walked 4 to 5 miles to reach my school. But now I am happy because of that, I mean, background, because of that, direction from my teachers, right? I listen to them. That's why I'm speaking now. I think the message is clear, man. Finally, if
Yes,
you
of
don't get a
course.
way, make a way.
Yes. So, my dear viewers, we were actually listening to Dr. Professor Raghunath Karakul, a psychologist, and a very beautiful message. If you don't find a way, make a way. That was a very beautiful message coming from you, sir, and thank you for joining. And yes, of course, before leaving this, let me talk in short about Idym. This is Igniting Dreams of Young Minds Foundation. And one of the basic things that it has been doing is one of the motto that Idym has is educating the children about space and satellite technology. And it has spread its wing in 195 countries. And till now, it has provided free sessions on satellite technology to more than 1.5 lakh students around the world. So this is in short about Idym, and so thank you very much from our team. Thank you to also the founder of Idym Group of Companies. So it takes so many efforts to have new speakers every day with a new story to share on Beyond Education. And thank you to Didolasmi, CEO, and on the CMD, Zenat Ma'am. Thank you, one and all associated with the show and joined it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, and the organizers. We will meet again. Thank you.